You know that crushing feeling in your chest after someone tells you it's over? That's not you being dramatic. That's real pain. Actual, physical, measurable pain. Scientists scanned the brains of people who had just gone through a breakup and showed them pictures of their ex. The same exact parts of the brain that light up when you burn your hand on a stove, lit up. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between a broken heart and a broken arm. It processes both as the same type of threat. One just doesn't come with a cast. Number 8. Your heart actually malfunctions. There is a real medical condition called broken heart syndrome. Doctors actually named it that. And yes, it can send you to the hospital. When you go through emotional trauma, your body floods itself with stress hormones. So much of them that your heart muscle actually goes into shock. It weakens. It stops pumping properly. The left ventricle, one of the most important chambers, physically changes shape. People have been admitted to the emergency room with all the symptoms of a heart attack. Tests come back. No blockage. No damage. Just heartbreak. Their body was so convinced it was dying that it started acting like it. Number 7. Your brain goes into withdrawal like a drug addict. That person you lost. Your brain had them classified under the same category as cocaine. Every time you were with them, every text, every laugh, every moment, your brain was releasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical, the same one that makes gambling addictive, the same one drugs hijack. Then suddenly it stops. Cold turkey. No warning. And your brain reacts the exact same way a drug addict's brain reacts when you take the drug away. Craving. Obsession. Withdrawal. That's why you check their Instagram at 2 a.m. That's why you replay the same conversations over and over. You're not being pathetic. You're detoxing. Number 6. Your immune system crashes. Ever noticed how after a really bad breakup, you suddenly get sick? Sore throat out of nowhere. Cold that won't quit. That's not a coincidence. Heartbreak triggers a surge of the stress hormone cortisol. And cortisol is basically your immune system's worst enemy. It suppresses the cells that fight off bacteria and viruses. So while you're busy crying into your pillow, your body is quietly opening the front door for every germ in the neighborhood. Scientists actually measured this. People going through breakups had significantly lower immune activity than people in stable relationships. Your body is grieving too. Number 5. You lose your appetite or can't stop eating. Breakups split people into two very distinct categories. The ones who forget food exists, and the ones who remember food exists every 30 seconds. Here's why. When your stress hormones spike, they shut down your digestive system. Your body thinks you're in danger, so it redirects all energy away from digestion. Food stops being interesting. Your stomach feels like a rock. But for other people, the brain goes looking for dopamine any way it can get it. And food, especially sugar and fat, gives a small hit of that same feel-good chemical you lost when they walked out. So your brain sends you to the freezer at midnight. Not for ice cream. For dopamine. Number 4. Your body physically aches. Your muscles tense up. Your shoulders feel like bricks. Your chest feels tight. Your head throbs. You feel exhausted doing absolutely nothing. And there's a real biological reason for all of it. That cortisol flooding your system keeps your muscles in a constant state of tension, like your body is bracing for an impact that never comes. It's the same physical response as being in a fight, except instead of a fist fight, it's just you, your bed, and a playlist you shouldn't be listening to. Some people even get chest pain so bad they clutch their shirt. Their heart isn't failing. Their muscles around the chest are just wound so tight from stress that it mimics the feeling. Your body is preparing for a fight you already lost. Number 3. Your sleep completely falls apart. Sleep becomes a crime scene after a breakup. You're either sleeping 14 hours a day or you're lying awake at 3 a.m. having full arguments with someone who isn't there. Here's what's happening. Your brain needs to process emotional trauma, and it does most of that processing during REM sleep, your deep dream sleep. So it keeps pulling you back into consciousness, forcing you to think about it. It genuinely believes it's helping. And cortisol, our old friend, is still circulating at levels that are highest in the early morning hours, which is exactly why 4 a.m. hits different after a breakup. Your stress hormone peaks. Your defenses are down. And every thought is suddenly the size of a building. Number 2. Your brain rewrites your entire memory. This one is genuinely cruel. After a breakup, your brain starts editing your memories, like a sneaky film director who goes back and changes the ending. Every good memory gets louder, brighter, more perfect than it actually was. That mediocre Tuesday you spent watching TV together? Suddenly, it was the greatest night of your life. Your brain is cherry-picking the highlight reel and playing it on repeat. Why? Because your brain is trying to understand what it lost. It's calculating the value of what's gone, and it does that by inflating it. The worse you feel, the more perfect they seem. It's not love. It's your brain running a broken algorithm. Meanwhile, the bad stuff, the arguments, the red flags, the moments that should have ended it sooner, gets filed away in a drawer your brain quietly locks. Number 1. Your brain treats it like grief. Because it is. Your brain does not know the difference between losing someone to a breakup and losing someone to death. Neurologically, they look identical. You go through actual grief stages: denial, anger, bargaining, You check their location. You draft texts you never sent. You come up with reasons to reach out. You rewrite entire scenarios where it goes differently. Scientists found that the longer the relationship, the more your brain had physically restructured itself around that person. Their habits, their schedule, their presence, it all became part of how your brain predicted the world. When they leave, your brain's entire model of the future has to be rebuilt from scratch. That's not dramatic. That's demolition. And yet, every single person who has ever had their heart broken has survived it. Your brain rebuilt. Every time. That's the only thing more impressive than how badly it hurts. That's all for today. I'll be making more videos in the future. Subscribe so you don't miss them.